rattling could be fucking wild. Hey, bam, we're live. It could be nuts. It could be really, really nuts. Hey guys, please go to the Life is RX website. Look at all the newest CEO gear. There is really, really cool stuff. I will be home any day now and start rocking it. There are some amazing sweatshirts, cool shit. I'm seeing the gear more and more. Yesterday, someone sent me a screenshot of a meeting that was going on over at the Fittest Ever brand. That's the brand run by the Liver King. And one of the people at the board meeting there was wearing a No Plan B shirt. That really stoked me. I'm seeing it all over the internet. I'm pumped. Thank you for all your support. I love the gear. I think it's gangster. I think it's hard. I think it's I think it represents the brand well. For those of you who don't know the CEO story, why I originally started the CEO stuff was because when Eric Rosa and gang, the fucking money-making squad goofballs bought the CrossFit Inc. They fired all the woke crew took over. And by woke, I mean people who claim to be against racism, sexualizing kids, against inclusive, and yet they are the exact opposite. Everything they do is the exact opposite. Everything. So, for instance, the woke crew believed in quarantines, the country that quarantined the hardest because they wanted to stop COVID, right? And the country that quarantined the hardest was New Zealand and Australia. And that woke mindset has now today, if you go to Google and look at COVID rates, they're 400% higher than they've ever been anywhere in Australia or New Zealand in the previous 2 years. They're fucked. And why did that happen? Because they quarantined and they didn't let that shit take its natural course. It's that kind of behavior that's wokeist thought. Anyone who believes in Black Lives Matter, who cares if they stole money? Like, if you think that they stole money and that's the reason you're mad at them, or they used it to buy houses, you're a piece of shit. Who cares about that? What really happened is that their ideology and what they did made it so the woke people, mostly people of white skin color, woke people, became super duper against cops. Cops are just people. They stopped engaging black people, and black on black homicide is up 34% in this country because BLM supposedly cared about black people. That's wokeism. The actions you take, fuck everybody. But you're doing it because supposedly you're a good person, but you're not. It's because you're overcompensating because you are a racist piece of shit. The reason why I'm so riled up this morning is last night, a very dear friend, a very cool friend, sent me an abandoned Instagram page that there hasn't been a post on in 2 years. And it's a list of all these people who said bad shit about Greg during Floyd 19. And it's all their comments, and it's supporting them. And it's a shitload of people who've been on this show and a shitload of my friends. And not one of those posts, not one post said Greg Glassman did this, therefore I hate him. They all said, every single one of them, people that have been on this show, every single one of those posts say shit like, I'm out because of what Greg did. And they never say what he did. 100 fucking posts. And you know what? Those of you who did that, who come on my show, please just ghost me. I really don't like you. I'm just being fake to you. I'm just trying to get my numbers up for the show. Do not come on the show. I hate you. You're a piece of shit. You are the epitome of what is fucking woke and wrong with this fucking country. All you bitches talk shit about fucking Greg, but wouldn't say in specifics what he did that upset you. It's just like, I don't approve of what Greg Glassman said, and I have high morals and dignity, and I'm out. Hey, there's nothing that he could have said, nothing that on the other end of the scale would have been as bad as the great gift he gave society. Nothing. He saved millions of people's lives. He's added millions of years onto people's lives on planet Earth. But on top of that, he didn't say anything bad, and not a single fucking one of you said, hey, he said this, and you point specifically to it. It's just all ambiguous shit. And you know why? Because you're bitches. I'm going to give you a perfect fucking example. And some of you guys parade around as conservatives or liberals, but you're not. You're fucking weasels. And until you fucking make an apology for what you did, not an apology, a retraction, not because he needs it. He doesn't care. He's richer and happier than you'll ever be. You need to make the apology to re-steer the boat for the damage that you did. But I'm going to give you a perfect example. They're trying to change the name of monkeypox because they think the word monkeypox is derogatory towards black people. Who would think that? Who would think that? Liberals who care about black people. How did they? But I don't get it. Please explain to me. How did you jump to the conclusion that monkeypox is somehow offensive to black people? Please explain that to me. Oh, because you think that black people look like monkeys and therefore that's offensive. And so you're changing the name because you think that. Because you judge people based on the color of their skin. No, none of you fuckers came up and stood up for Justin Medeiros the other day when I said he looked like a baboon. If he was a black guy, would you tolerated that? Fuck you guys. Don't come on my show. I'm using you. Or come on here and fucking apologize. Say you were wrong. Not because anyone needs your apology, but to re-steer the ship. To let people know, oh, fuck, I was thinking wrong. I was swept up in the unconscious. You're bad people. What do I mean to bad people? Women, children, and kids get hurt because of your fucking actions. People lose opportunity to fucking grow and flourish because of your activity. That's what I mean by bad people. Hi, Sousa.
Hey.
I got so fucking riled up. It's 50 fucking posts of like my dear friends who I've had on the show saying bad shit about Greg, but they don't actually say anything. When I tell you that I fucking think Craig Ritchie's a goofball, I tell you about the interactions I had with him. I point to his shit. And you know why I do that? That way you can judge me. And you can be like, hey, Sevan, maybe he was just busy. Maybe someone wrote in the comments in my DMs, hey, you're an asshole. He has social anxiety disorder. He actually loves you and just didn't want to make eye contact with you because he looked up to you. Like anything, you could flip it back on me. But you guys say this ambiguous shit. I don't appreciate what Greg said. What did he say? When that fucking bitch at that fucking CrossFit gym, when Greg said, I don't mourn George Floyd's death, and that bitch said something about that being racist, and I said, right on the call, they never play this part, which is funny. She recorded the call. We all knew she was recording the call too, by the way. It wasn't like she snuck it past Greg. We all knew. We were all texting and DMing each other. We knew. And that bitch was recording the call. I said to her like 5 times, why do you think it's racist? And she wouldn't answer it because she knew if she revealed why she thought that was racist, she would really out the fact that she was racist. She knew that because she judges people by the color of their skin. Greg's feelings about George Floyd had nothing to do with the color of his skin.
That comment kind of had nothing to really do with George Floyd.
Right. That too. That's why I'm so fucking. I don't know if I should be mad at my friend for sending me that. It got me so riled up. I saw how fucking shitty you people are. Every single one of you, I want you to know when you come on my fucking podcast, I go straight to June 2nd and see if you're a piece of shit. And what do I mean by piece of shit? I just explained it to you. You're an unconscious ninny who takes actions to try to save your credibility at the cost of hurting women and children and men. And what do I mean by that? I already gave you an example of that too. You didn't think about your actions if you attacked police officers and then they stopped engaging black people because they were afraid they were going to be filmed and fucking critiqued for and being called racist for something that has nothing to do with being racist. And therefore, there's 34 in the last 2 years. There's been every year there's been an uptick in black on black homicides. You guys are just and it's all you black square fuckers, all you. And then you come on my show and you guys pretend like you're fucking not woke. And I believe it. I'm guilty of believing it. And it's not that I don't want to forgive you. It's because like I don't really care like in the super big picture. I'm just so disappointed that none of you have had the balls or the leadership to be like, wow, I really screwed up. Call Greg, make a post. And you parade around and come on this podcast. It's not enough. I want to show you classic fucking racism right now from someone who's woke as fuck. I want to show you this. There's this guy that works over at the Morning Chalk Up. His name is Patrick Blennerhassett. And he used to work over at the South China Morning Post. And you know, Morning Chocolate's woke as fuck. You know, they take their orders from fucking Andrew Weisenschnitzel over there. I cannot fucking believe he still works at CrossFit Inc. Now I know why people say, man, that dude can be a little negative at times. I'm like, what do you mean? Never negative. This guy, look at this. So this is an article for the South Morning China Post. And this is from 2019 or 20 or something like that. And what's it say? August 20th, 2020. So it's like its 2-year anniversary. And by the way, if you search Sherman Merrick, this picture doesn't come up. Do you know why? Because he wasn't chosen because he was Sherman Merrick for this picture. Do you know why he was chosen? I'll wait. You guess. Go ahead. Why was he chosen? You tell me in the comments. Why when I search Sherman Merrick in Google Images, this doesn't pop up? Because Sherman wasn't chosen for his great deeds at saving lives at his CrossFit gym, for homeschooling his fucking kids, for standing up against fucking injustice, for fucking living debt-free. Do you know why he was chosen? Because his skin is better able to handle long exposure to the sun. That's why he was chosen. That's weird, right? Why does this article that has to do with Black Lives Matter have anything to do with his ability to handle exposure to the sun? This is an article written by this fucking nincompoop who fucking Justin nincompoop also fucking hired. It's Justin LaFranco, this Blenner Asset guy, and Andrew Weinschnitzel, who works at CrossFit Inc. They keep this fucking community in complete idiocy. And this guy wrote, listen, Rosa, who takes over from a disgraced founder. What do you mean disgraced founder? Fuck you, dude. Because he added billions of hours onto people's lives.
He spelled rich wrong.
I don't see it, but
no, because from disgraced founder, from rich founder.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Good. It's good. And he writes here, CrossFit CEO Eric Rosa, Black Lives Matter. I asked Sherman, did they ask you if they can use this picture? He said no. This is racism. They chose this man because he's black. This guy loves Greg Sherman Merrick. They don't give a fuck. It's the same way the New York Times used Stacey Tovar.
Yep.
Kenneth Delap, this is not what I expected, but I'm not complaining. I've only just begun. This guy is a world-class. Sevan, you shouldn't call people names. I know, babe. I know. I know. Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it, Patrick. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You're not a journalist when you use disgraced founder. You don't even know. You don't even know what you're talking about. Disgraced by who? By 37 pounds of you soaking wet. You know everyone at everyone at the Morning Chocolate but can't stand you. I just showed that you're fucking blatantly racist and you parade around as not. I just showed the entire world. You're writing an article. This is woke. You're writing an article that's supposed to be defending the black man when you're fucking using the black man like he's your fucking slave. Douche. Sorry, babes. I'm sorry. I tried not to.
The ironic part about this picture is Eric Rosa has been fired and relieved of his duties, and Sherman's absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. Right. Oh, that was another thing, by the way. That was another thing, by the way. In this Instagram account I found, this hater account on Greg Glassman, I clicked on all the gyms. 50% of them are now defunct, and the other 50% aren't CrossFit gyms.
Go figure.
Yeah, they de-affiliated. I haven't watered down my coffee, so I'd be more chill. Rosa was the face of woke CrossFit, and the community told him to fuck off. Is Noble next? God, I hope so. They're so rotten. I found some stuff on them yesterday. I'm saving it. They are so rotten and duplicitous. If you don't vote for me, you're not black. Hi, I'm Joe Biden. Man, they are bad. We'll get to them some point. I want to share with you guys some stuff that I've talked about for 500 shows, and I haven't given you the ammo that you guys deserve. And so in a way, it's just a conspiracy theory tinfoil hat shit. But I thought I'd give you some today, just really quickly. This is a quote from Richard Smith, who is the editor at the British Medical Journal for 13 years. He's one of the most respected men who's ever walked the planet in the journal space, medical journal space. Everyone everywhere respects him. Even after he said this comment, no one talks shit about him. No one stood up against him and said he's full of shit. No one at the Lancet, no one at the American Journal of Medicine, no one. Couldn't find it. And he said, this is all stuff Greg Glassman turned me on to, by the way. He said, it may be time to move from assuming that research has been honestly conducted and reported to assuming it to be untrustworthy until there is some evidence to the contrary. He's also been quoted as saying that more than 50% of everything in medical journals is hogwash. Now, from there, you can be like, is it fraudulent? Is it just bad practices? But we are in the middle of a replication crisis. Okay, so right here, I'm doing what that Instagram account said. I'm telling you just what another guy said. Hey, Greg Glassman did something bad. Hey, medical journals did something bad. So let's dig a little bit further. This is a story I've talked about several times. Harvard and Brigham call for more than 30 retractions of cardiac stem cell research. Basically, Harvard Medical School and Brigham and Women's Hospital have recommended that 31 papers from a former lab director be retracted from medical journals. The papers from the lab of Dr. Pierre and Versa. So this guy, in some places, I've seen him referred to as the godfather of stem cell research, and you can look and see that 30 of his papers have been considered fraudulent. This is from Harvard. And then here I'm going to give you the example why, and I have talked about this, and this can be pretty confusing. So I'm going to try to just give you the best example I can. The research found, this is about statins, whether you should be taking statins or not. And it says, the research found significant heterogeneity, but also reductions in the absolute risk, 0.8% for all causes of mortality. So what that means, it's funny that it's less than 1%. It makes it so hard to do this. But that means that if you have a group of 100 people who take statins, and another group of people, 100 people who don't take statins, that's the control group, and then you check on them in a year, the group that took statins, one person died, and the group that didn't take statins, 2 people died, more or less. That would be 1% exactly. This is 0.8%. It's actually less than 2 people died. It's like 1.8, 1.6 died. And with that, that's called absolute risk. But what they do, what pharma does, is they use something called relative risk. And what they say is like, oh shit, in this group who didn't take statins, 1.8 people died, and on this side that did take statins, only 1 person died. So that's 100% increase in survival. And they present it to you like that. That's the whole statin game. That's the whole pharmacy game. That's what's been happening to you guys. That's what happened to you around COVID science. You get that, right? You guys are starting to piece this together. Some of you are like, oh shit. Oh shit. How do I present the numbers to you? If Sousa has I was going to use compare penises. That's not. If Sousa has a, I'm not going to. I don't. I might screw it up because I think I actually explained it pretty good. Okay, so there's that. Can you pull up while we're just on a fucking tear this morning? I almost opened my emails. I better not do that.
Yeah, you got to share one screen at a time.
Yeah. Okay, I might be done sharing. It might be your turn. I might be.
The
Those are just things I came up with in the shitter in the last 5 minutes. These
yeah,
last 2 minutes.
I liked it.
I had to stand because my back got tight because I was getting so wound up. I want to read you something. This is pretty. I don't know what to think about this. There's so many fucking there's so many fucking weirdos in this world. But it looks like the Dems are on a full-on war on Joe Biden to get Joe Biden out, and they're just leaking everything now, right? Like they do not want him to fucking run again. I wonder if I'm gonna have to pull this up on my phone. I don't know if I can see this. Can you make it bigger so I can read it? So I don't know if you remember, but someone found they found Hunter Biden's laptop. He took it to a store to have it fixed, and they found all this crazy shit on it. And then recently, someone found Ashley Biden's diary, and this is supposedly shit that's from it. But it's a trip how much shit's going to be tolerated. What sucks is I feel like as this shit happens and no one does anything, it becomes normalized.
Mm-hmm.
And that makes me
it's like it's just accepted and it's pushed a little further each time.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday, I posted this and I sent it around to my friends who live in Berkeley. Yesterday a video came out and it shows a guy who set a tranny up. A tranny is in this particular instance, it's a dude who dresses up as a woman. And he set a tranny up to meet him at a park because, and he told the tranny that he was a 9-year-old, and that he would bring his 6-year-old and 1-year-old sibling with him. And so this tranny goes to the park thinking that they're meeting a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 1-year-old, and it's some fucking big fat hairy dude.
What the fuck?
And he's like, and he's got like all the pictures and the text, and he's like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck?" It's fucking crazy. It's in Berkeley, and the cops come. And he shows the cops all the shit, and you could tell the tranny's freaking out, man, freaking out. Rightfully so. You should be. You should be scared someone's gonna kill you if you fuck with their kids. I think I would be. If I fuck with someone's kids. And this guy shows the cops everything, and you can hear the cops being like asking the tranny, "Is this true? Is this true?" And they're trying to figure out, and they fucking let the tranny go.
What?
Yeah.
How? Why? How?
I don't. Berkeley. It's Berkeley, dude. That's what it is. Hey, you think it's all fun and games, you woke people. You think it's all fun and games. You think it's all fun and games and peace and love, and you're gonna accept all this shit. It's like, I'm so happy the LGB crowd is like coming out against these idiots too. More and more every day, lesbian and gay people are like, "We're out. We're out." I can't wait. Being a tranny has nothing to do with being gay. You have to know that, people. Nothing. Zero. Being a tranny is it's like thinking that your problems are going to be fixed by doing something on the outside. It's like women who get fake tits. You think your life's going to be better? It is not. I know you think that. It's okay. I know you think that. But it is not. It's not going to get better because of that. It's not. It really isn't. Whatever's at the deep root of you wanting to do that, it's not going to get better. I'm not against it. I'm not saying you don't need to do it as part of your path. I'm not saying that I'm against people who just want to be trannies. Like I'm all for it. I've gone to tons of plays and where there's trannies in them, and I have friends who are acquaintances who are trannies. I've had fucking like dinner and watched UFC fights, and but it's as much of a it's a mental disorder. It's not. It's someone trying to find some happiness because something fucking is broken. And you end up not finding happiness there. You don't end up finding it there. You don't become whole there. That's the term I've been using lately, whole. You don't become whole going that way. And it's okay if you want to use your pathology. They said to Mike Tyson once, "Hey, do you want to get therapy to fix all this anger. And he says, no, I'm making a shitload of money off it right now. All right, I get it. But the hurting kids thing is, yeah, that, you know, Matt, it looked like it could have come to that. Berkeley cops probably arrested the other guy. It looked like it was coming. He wasn't even being a dick to the tranny either. But I don't know. Okay. So I'm gonna read. Sorry, back to this Ashley Biden thing. I got off on this tangent because of this. Ashley Biden's leaked diary that detailed how Joe Biden took inappropriate showers with her when she was a child is confirmed as authentic. Grade and shaving the bays, my underpants, hypersexualized at a young age. What is this done to? What is this
due to?
Was I molested? I think so. I can't remember specifics, but I do remember trauma. I remember not liking the Woolzacks house. I don't know who that is. Must have been some family friends. I remember somewhat being sexualized with Caroline. That must be your sister. I remember having sex with friends at a young age. Showers with my dad, probably not appropriate. Being turned. What does that say? Being turned on when I wasn't supposed to be? Is that what that says?
It kind of looks like it, yeah.
What's crazy is that the showers with the dad is lumped up with all this other shit. I actually had a friend who one time we were talking. It was a girl, and she said the exact same thing to me about she thinks she was molested, but she doesn't know. That stuck with me forever. I was like, whoa.
Interesting.
Someone else the other day dropped a story on me and told me they were molested. And I was like, no shit. And it was a guy friend of mine. And I go, what happened? And he goes, I can't remember how old he was. I was 9 and these two 12-year-old girls made me have sex with him or something like that. Or I was 12 and these two 15-year-old girls made me have sex with him.
Isn't it funny for the guys? You almost are like,
yeah. That's exactly where I went. I'm like, well,
you're like, well, cool. Oh no, is it wrong?
Here, I get it. What it does is it sexualizes you, though. It turns on that shit. Like, I don't want that shit turned on for my kids. I didn't know if I thought about this morning. I didn't know if I wanted to go down this way because it's almost not fair. But
Matt Burns, what a stud.
When I hear, I have so many friends who are addicted, have like what seems to me is like pathological sexual shit.
What do you mean?
Like almost everyone I know has slept with a prostitute. I've never done that. Almost everyone I know has had a one-night stand. I've never done that. I was never the kid. Like, it was enough for me to see a magazine with bra and panties. I didn't need like Hustler where there's a close-up shot of the girl pulling her lips apart. Like, I don't care if a woman shaves her vagina or not. I don't think about other women when I'm having sex with my wife. I don't watch porn. I mean, very rarely. I mean, I used to watch it a little bit more when I traveled for a living. I just I've never been with a prostitute. I don't want to stick my penis in anyone's butt. Like, I never have. I'm just so if I do masturbate, I think about my wife. When I see other women, I don't think, no matter how hot they are, I never think about fucking them. Maybe at most I'll be like, wow, she's hot, and then it gets me riled up to be with my wife. I'm just, but I had a harem when I was in college. I had like, big old posse of girlfriends. I had like rotate like just a huge chunk of girlfriends. But other than that, my shit's kind of, and like I have friends who like sex is like a part of their life. They're held hostage by it. Like a lot of friends.
Single friends,
like both. To be fair, it's mostly my single friends.
Interesting.
To be fair, it's mostly my single friends. Yeah. To be fair, 90%. But man, they're fucking like, whoo, the shit they show me and tell me. I can't even. It's a lot. It's a lot to. The reason why I never had a one-night stand was just for purely logical reasons. It seemed like so much effort to get naked with someone, and Like what? Like it's like training a dog. It's like those people who get like what are those assistance dogs, those CNI dogs, and you train them for a year and give them away. Fuck that. I should put a year into this dog and now I'm giving him away.
I don't know if it should take a
Whatever.
It's usually like you meet somebody at a bar and then you hook up with them that night.
I just not.
Can't put in a disproportionate amount of work.
I feel like I had to buy something, flowers or.
You were a romantic. What could you say? You enjoyed the courting process,
or I just had low self-esteem. Either way, it worked out okay.
The prostitute thing's kind of crazy. Although
I went to Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam thinking I was gonna just go there like and just slay whores. Like I was so excited. I was like, you're gonna walk down streets and there's just gonna be women and it was like that. And I got there and no.
But you were like not overthinking, but you actually like put deeper thought into what's happening here, and it just makes you feel gross. You're like, wait, do you guys want to be paying for? Wait, this seems weird.
So one of my buddies who ended up having sex with a prostitute there said that he was having sex with this girl and he went to turn her over on her stomach to do a doggy style. And she said, that's going to be like 50, whatever their money is more.
It's an upcharge.
I was like, dude, I would fucking like start crying. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, but but I walked up and down the windows and ogled the women for fucking like 5 days straight. You know what I mean? I just like smoked weed and drank coffee and just, but because it's a crazy scene, right? I don't know if you've been there, but it actually is just women standing around in windows. You can be like, I'll take a Paki, I'll take a Turkish woman, I'll take a 7-foot woman. Like you could do it. Like it's like 31. It's like an ice cream shop. Yeah, I did keep my crabs in a tin. That's true. I did keep my circus crabs.
Jay says when he was 21, he got 2.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I kind of like the idea. Here's the thing. I actually find that a little more comforting because then it's them against you. Do you know what I mean? Then it's like at least they have each other. They're
like they got a friend.
It's like, yeah, they're there to comfort each other.
That kind of makes sense.
I don't care how much I paid someone. I could like. I shouldn't say this. My wife will not like this. It just shows how low self-esteem I have. I should keep some of my dignity. But like, yeah, we'll save it. Okay. 333 vagina talk. Let's just dig right in.
Wait, did you email me this?
Oh, did I? Probably not.
No. Is it off the... I only have just that Twitter link. That's why I was like, I wonder if he's going to discuss this for a whole hour.
No. I think, let me see. Let me see real quick here. I have to leave my screen. God, I hope I don't accidentally send you anything. Sent. And I sent it to oh shit. Shit me. Here, I'll send it to you now. Sorry. You're right. I didn't send it to you.
And then I dropped you a little message in the private chat too, if you want to check that real quick. Okay. Give me a sec. I canceled those hookers because you made me feel bad. So no.
Yeah, good.
I got a refund.
It's August 27th live call-in show. That it's weird doing the show because my bread and butter is just letting shit just fly off my brain.
Yeah.
So it's Trump sleeps with a prostitute. Disgusting, but 2 consenting adults, and it's front page news for 4 years. Biden showers his daughter, and media is like crickets. I've never seen the cricket emoji. I really like that. Hookers' lives matter. Oh shit! Heidi fucked you up.
I know.
Read that. She fucked you up. You got a fucking fiance, Heidi. You just fucking.
What's that money's been Venmo'd? It's gone. You ain't ever getting it back.
Well, hey, it reminds me of this fucking dude I worked with once. I've told this story before, but this guy, it was. I don't know if you guys remember, but in the early years, no one locked their iPhone, and if you locked your iPhone, you were a fucking weirdo. And I think this was like 2008 or 9, and I went to the bathroom, I was at a dinner. It was at the affiliate gathering. It was 2008 or 9, whenever it was in Austin, Texas. And I went to the bathroom, and one of my coworkers and boss at the time text my girlfriend, text Haley, the other girls don't matter. Fucking like ruined my fucking trip. Fucking gotten Haley's like, what does that mean? Like, what mean?
Oh
like,
my God.
Fuck. She called me. Yeah.
Was that like a friend that was okay? Do you have to like?
I mean,
like slap somebody down.
No, I couldn't slap someone down. It was my boss.
You should have
I'm going to the yacht club after this show, by the way. That's why this show probably won't go long today. I'm going. What'd you say about Instagram?
I was saying you should have made a post on Instagram about your boss afterwards.
If they would have had it. No, not Greg. Greg would never do that.
Did you say 325?
333. So this is Tyler Fisher. Maybe we should get him on the show again. It's so interesting. He's a comedian we had on the show, and he was so different on the show than he is when he's on stage. I wonder how different I am in person than I am on this show. Okay, here we go. This is I absolutely love this. When Girls Penis Shame is the title of this skit.
Break up with me because of my height once. Also had a woman break up with me because of my genitalia. I am not only unvaxxed, I am also uncut. I am very European, okay? I am all natural. And I had a woman break up with me. She goes, I just really don't like all that extra unnecessary skin. I was like, I'm sorry, have you seen a vagina? That's the main ingredient. It's basically a skin jellyfish. I don't even know how it holds itself up. Extra skin, are you kidding me? If a vagina had an ingredients list, it would just be skin, 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 flap, more skin, 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 and yeast, of course. So. No, come on. Come on. Why do vaginas have yeast, guys? It helps our dicks rise. That's a baking joke. I heard there would be some bakers here. It's a baking joke. It's primarily a baking joke. Can't cancel that.
Yes, I am going to the yacht club today, and I will look for the earring. Yes, I will. Tell California Hormones to send me my first package. It's been 2 weeks since my consultation. If for some reason a few of you have DM'd me regarding like if you didn't get a shirt on time or anything, and I'm totally happy. I don't want you guys to have to deal with shit like that. So if something, I know California Hormones is getting slammed. CAHormones.com. CAHormones.com. That's their Instagram too, not California Hormones. Someone else owns that, I guess. CAHormones.com. But if for some reason you're not getting a response, don't just DM me. I usually takes me about 21 to 48 hours to get through my DMs, depending on what I'm doing. Last night I stayed up late and went through them all. Vagina shaming could never be a thing. Also need them to send me and my husband labs. DM me. Any. I know they're getting slammed. Which is good for me because then that means that they value my word. So, now anytime now is good. To Gabe, sorry, Suze, I just saw that. Yeah, anytime send a link to Gabe. Guys, Gabe, our one of our sponsors, Paper Street Coffee. You guys, most of you know that story about how I told him I'm not interested, and he's like, I don't care, I want to support the show, and now it's all I drink is Paper Street Coffee. And well, that's not true. I drink strong coffee too, and which they should sponsor the show, but they don't. But I still drink their shit, and it's good. I drink theirs. I drink Paper Street Coffee. I make it with water, but the strong coffee made by what's the guy's name? Vanden Rothenberger.
Adam Vaughn.
Him and Sam Dance are business partners. Adam Rothenvandenberger, and that shit's good too. But anyway, Gabe has always been a crazy supporter of the show. It's people like him, like he gives us money. And he is going to I talked to him yesterday and all that shit. He got the booth at the games and all that and basically made it a Sevan Podcast booth, which is just crazy. And he does all that shit just for free. Like he pays for that shit out of pocket. And he's going to some CrossFit event this weekend and he calls me and says, hey, is it okay if I put up the Sevan Podcast banner? It's like, yeah. It's like my wife asking me if it's okay. She rubs my back at night. I'm like, She doesn't ask, but yeah. Go ahead. You wash my clothes, and you can do whatever. So I told him, I said, hey, we'll send you a link, and I just want to check out the booth tomorrow. So maybe he'll get he'll jump in, and we can just take a peek at the booth. Sevan, enjoyed the podcast episode you did. Okay, I thought I was getting a little too wild on there. I don't want to bash. I know he's friends with Joe Rogan. I don't want to bash Joe Rogan, really. I want to be honest, but I want to be. Sometimes it's important, I think, to give people their something. How about did I already show 332? Is this the Richard Smith? Okay, yeah. So this is what inspired, just so you know. So 332, this is what inspired all that science talk this morning. So this White House issues new policy that will require by 2026 all federally funded research results to be freely available to the public without delay. Meaning that they can't be, so it says ending long-standing ability of journals to paywall results for up to 1 year. So basically what happens is they're saying that it's funny that we have to wait until 2026 for this. This should be immediately. But if our tax dollars are used to do scientific research, that all citizens of this country should have access to that scientific paper. And now what happens is like it might go in the Lancet or the British Medical Journal, and it might go behind a firewall and we might not be able to see it, which is fucking nuts. But anyway, since we paid for it, right? But yeah. Someone sent me this and said, this is good. Here's the problem. People are so fucking stupid. It doesn't even matter. So there's a guy I've been DMing with on Instagram. He's a little bit Instagram famous. I think he might even be a master's athlete in CrossFit. I'm not sure. But he posted some stuff about how he's watching the Sevan podcast while he's in quarantine in Australia. Oh, here he is. Booyah, Kasha. Hey.
What's going on, guys? It's a little loud over here, so.
Can you make him big, Susan? Oh, yeah. You look at your shirt. Can we look around? Where are you, Gabe? What's going on? Where are you? Give us the skinny.
I'm in New Jersey at the Ocean Classic Collective or something like that. How do I switch this camera around?
You got to go to your settings.
You can just turn it around, too. Who cares?
Yeah, we'll do that.
We trust you.
So there was just an outdoor event. They have all these echo bikes, et cetera, set up. There's a booth.
Nice.
And Gabe, why? Oh, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, baby. Sevan Podcast, no plan B. Hey, Gabe, why do you go to these events?
Just to support, to give back to the community, give back to the affiliates. Just kind of meet the people. Kiss the babies, shake the hands.
And you have a distribution business. This coffee thing is just hobby. That is the hobby getting out of control now?
The hobby is turning into not a hobby. I think by next year, I think the hobby will turn into something that I just do full time.
Awesome! Holy shit! Awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything. I mean, without you guys, I wouldn't have gone to the games. I wouldn't have done any of that stuff. So I appreciate you guys so much.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm more than happy to inspire you to support me. Thank you.
We got a bunch of different athletes, different vendors. The gym's pretty cool too. So a bunch of fit people.
What city is it in?
I'm in Lakewood, New Jersey. So probably 20 minutes away from the beach here in like Seaside or something like that. I don't know if you've seen Jersey Shore.
Yeah, and if someone wanted to go to that event, is it going on today and tomorrow?
It's just today. So it's
okay.
Just today. It's just like one of those small local comps. It's pretty cool. It's pretty nice. I don't know if you can see that inside, but it's a pretty cool field here.
Oh yeah, that is cool. What a great space. What's the name of the gym?
So it's called CrossFit Andre.
CrossFit Cadre in Lakewood, New Jersey.
Andre with an A. Andre, something like that.
Andre.
Yeah,
CrossFit Andre.
Yeah, it's fully air conditioned. It's amazing. It's like really, really nice.
Hey, it must be an old gym. I don't think you're allowed to name your gym after yourself. Did you know that? Like CrossFit Amundsen, it was like I don't think that was something that got passed that they don't allow anymore. I'm serious.
I have to. I know that because when I try to affiliate, it doesn't let me do the name of my town anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to
interesting.
talk to the guys over here, the owners. They're listeners to the podcast. A lot of people here, competitors, also listen to the podcast. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see how many people are here and support the podcast as well as the company.
Well, thank you.
Everyone.
You're awesome. Thank you, brother. Hey, are you hiring? What if someone wants to get a job with you?
Please DM me, and we'll figure something out because it's getting a little overwhelming.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks for coming on our show and fucking up our audio. Thank you. Appreciate it.
My bad. Sorry. Talk to you later.
Love you, Gabe. You're
Bye,
the man.
Gabe.
Bye.
Thank you.
I'm just sitting here on the beach sweating balls. Newport, California, getting ready to go to the yacht club. Another 45 minutes to kill, you mofos. So the reason why this is doesn't matter is so there's this guy in Australia and I saw he was quarantined. I'm like, hey dude, what's going on? And he's like, yeah, every time you come in and out of the country or something, you have to be quarantined for 3 days and you have to pay for it, etc. It's like, dude, the Aussies and the New Zealand cats, they don't realize that the quarantine that they did is what screwed them all up. And there's tons of scientific papers that show that. The CDC's website has always said, even before the pandemic, you never quarantine the healthy, ever. You only quarantine the sick. And yet they're still using that protocol and they have the highest COVID rates. They haven't changed anything. And so even if you make the papers like those that statin thing I read you, like I know a lot of really smart people, doctors, Harvard graduates who can just look and learn about absolute versus relative statistics, and yet they still take those medications. If you look at the statin papers, this one's going to blow you guys away. God, I hope I'm smart enough to explain this. If you look at the statin papers, you will see that women over 65 who have high cholesterol live longer than women who are over 65 and have low cholesterol. And why is that? Because dying of high cholesterol is just a correlate. And at some point, the people with the higher cholesterol is actually good for you. And it actually, people with the proper amount, high cholesterol, actually are healthy and they live longer. But it's just a correlate for people 65 and under. It's the same as COVID. It was just, that didn't kill anybody. It was the fucking 30 years of drinking Diet Coke and smoking cigarettes. Sevan, I drink Diet Coke. I'm perfectly healthy. I'm just okay. Good. I love you. Someone said it on the show the other day. You don't see any fat old people. Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah. Wow, that is a good point.
Yeah, you don't see anyone over 65 who's obese. Quarantine on your own dime too. I know, crazy, right? And so even if you do make these papers available, there's like all the smart people around us are too dumb to understand them. They refuse to do the 3rd grade math. I had a man come up to me the other day, a man I've known for 20 years. He's 70 years old. He's extremely smart, extremely successful. And he goes, "You were right." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "You were right." I go, "What?" He goes, "Everything you said about COVID was true." I said, "Thank you." And at that point, I knew I was gay because I felt movement in my pants.
Isn't it always going to be a?
You have not seen plenty of old fat people. They look old. They're really only 37. They look 67. How dare you?
Go ask them their age.
Look at that name, Kazavian Joyner. Kazavian. Is he wearing fatigues?
Yeah, looks like it.
Dude?
Mm-hmm.
Don't screw up my story. I give you one. I give you one old fat person. I give you one. Screw up my story. I don't know. I don't know if Diet Coke's bad. Drink away.
Yes, it's bad. Come on, look at anything that has all that chemical list in it. that makes up the ingredients?
I have no idea.
I think good.
So this is an interesting one. Let's go back to racism. 331. This is a man who is running down the football field fast, putting the moves on, and he runs into the touchdown. And the commentator says, that's get away from cop speed. Let's go.
Gets a shoulder square. Watch out. He's got getting away from the cop speed.
He's got get away from the cop speed. And the whole comment section is like blown up.
Gets a shoulder square. Watch out. He's got getting away from the cop speed. Touchdown.
Oh, but don't worry. The guy who said it is black. But listen, the only reason why you would think it was racist is because you automatically assume that all black people should be being chased by the cops, which guess who that makes racist? You. Or just healthy form of discrimination and prejudice. I don't know. Fuck. But it's crazy. You're racist, but then it's okay because the person you're being racist against for the reason you're being racist against them. It would be like, let's not use black people because it's just too easy. It would be like if a Chinese guy was making fun of another Chinese guy for eating rice. But that would be okay. Like, we just have to all let it go. Just as, yeah, it's funny. It's cool. Yeah, it's funny. It's good. We're good.
Getting away from the cop speed is pretty fast, though.
What a fucking great line.
Your adrenaline spikes and your life flashes before your eyes. You find a second gear.
What a great line. I'm gonna have Justin Medeiros on here in a couple. Are we having him on here soon?
Yeah, we need to just hammer down the exact time. I think 7 a.m. was just a little too early for him, and then he said he still wanted the morning.
Oh shit! Yacht Club canceled. Okay, fine. Oh.
More news.
Just fun stuff. I'll tell you later. It's funny. I mean, it's good. It's good fun.
I like your comment on Dave's recent post with working out with a local OG CrossFit crew. You're like, thanks for my invite.
Let's pull that up. I want to tell you something about the new CEO of CrossFit. A good. It's weird. I have these friends now who are like good friends who are like, I don't even know if they're good friends, but they put me in check and I appreciate it. Some of you do it in my DMs too, and I do appreciate it. And this friend texted me the other day. It's for sure a longtime associate. I don't know what to refer to this group of people as. I mean, I love this person. I really do. Like, I'm so happy for this person, any success this person has in their life. But this person said, hey, the new CEO is the handsome guy in the middle in between Lucas Zepeda. And I know who the guy is in the TDC shirt. Super handsome L1 guy. Shit. Can't remember his name. I apologize. Anyway, I want to say one more thing before I talk about the new CEO. That guy right there, so that guy at the top right is Jay Vera, fucking stud filmmaker. I forget that lady's name next to him with the tank top and the CrossFit shirt, but she's a fucking stud too. She's like a jiu-jitsu queen. I just remember her always being around HQ and just being so positive and upbeat. But that dude next to them, the Mexican dude with the mustache, that's like one of the most talented fucking creators I ever met. His name's Eric Diaz. Crazy. Well, so he worked at the UFC. I think he was their like head art director. He had some crazy senior position there. And he came to work at fucking CrossFit on the media team with us because he lost 60 pounds or something doing CrossFit. And he wanted to do something that added value to his life. He's a great fucking guy. Awesome. I can't think of any. I'm trying to think. I don't see any. I don't recognize everyone in that picture. But half those people I fucking love for sure. Actually, damn, Dave got a haircut. Dave,
he sure did. Zach Pine.
Zach Pine did the artwork for my wife's book, Breathing with Lily. You can get it on Amazon. Breathing with Lily. If you have kids, you want that book. Okay, so a friend of mine says, "Hey, dude, are you gonna fucking give this guy?" He said a friend of mine texted me. And he said, "Hey, are you going to give this guy a chance?" And I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Are you just going to hate him because he's not Greg?" And I'm like, "Ooh, my friend's getting pretty aggressive." And he goes, "Or are you going to give him a chance?" And I want you to know, I fully am going to give him a chance. I don't mean to just bend him over and fuck him. Like I'm cool with him. I'm not. I mean, I'm waiting for him to fuck up so I can pounce, but I'm not. I'm cool with them. I'm wishing him the best. I hope he fucking kicks ass. I hope he steals all my fucking genius ideas that contributed to making this country the fastest growing company in the history of the world. And I hope like there's 2 great ideas I already threw out there in the last week. One I gave to Big and Flexi. One I gave or maybe he gave it to me. Was what's the guy's name? Steve Bart.
Mm-hmm.
We came up with that idea the other day. Just give affiliate owners $1,000 to film them walking up and approaching someone and getting them into their gym. Fatties, big old large body people.
Interesting.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that idea?
It should definitely be
give it
open
to the
source.
first 100 affiliates who submit a video and you play on main site. You put up $100,000 for it.
Didn't
Greg would have
you-
done that in a second.
Didn't you already do something like that? Wasn't there an affiliate contest where you could film and?
Yeah, but this one you make
You already
even
did something like
easier. This one, Sousa, it's like I would announce the competition, and then you would just immediately go out. You go to Costco, and there'd be someone like 300 pounds, and you walk up to the parking lot and be like, "Hey, I own a CrossFit gym, and I want to get you to I want to get you in."
So
and
good.
somehow you know, we have something for you, and basically show you and give every affiliate owner, and then show the person coming to the CrossFit gym, and then like, you know, doing a workout. The workout might be walk around the gym 5 times with a walker.
Right.
And that's it. And you submit that to HQ. They play it on main site, and you get a fucking $1,000.
Yeah,
and then you get 100 of those.
I hope they continue to build that library of content that they're distributing to the affiliates too, because one of the things that was your idea.
That was your idea. That was your idea. Let's call a spade a spade. Is that racist? Can you say that?
But one of the things that when I was thinking in terms of how you were like open source stuff, like just take some of the best content that has been made by the CrossFit affiliate community, and then allow other, you know, with permission from the people who made it, distribute that content to every other affiliate so they could post their stuff up. And the one thing I forgot to really push was the open source model of media, because then I realized the media that CrossFit was putting out for the affiliates to distribute was underneath their control. So then therefore that could get a little iffy, if you know what I mean. Because then
I don't. Spell it out for me. I don't know what you mean.
So then CrossFit's curating this like corporate, you know, media thing where it's not really the inside of an affiliate. They're curating their message rather than allowing it to be open sourced.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. It's always, I mean, everything. Well, I was going to say everything's open source because of YouTube, but not really, because those fuckers. Did you see that you can no longer say on YouTube that masks don't work? You can't say that. Yeah. It's in their new policy. Someone posted it the other day. I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
If I had to pick 3 people, I see 3 people on there that I really want on the podcast. I don't know if really want, but my old podcast partner is on there. That guy in the bottom right, Matt Bishel. He's next to Austin Bijibing and Leah.
Mm-hmm.
And Matt was fucking awesome. God, that fucking show was so good. I would love to have Matt on. I'd love to have Don on, the guy in the middle, the CEO. And I'd love to have Dave on. Man, that guy's a fucking needle mover.
Yeah, Dave. You think Don will come on the show? You think he'll do all the safe stuff first and then get his feet wet and then come on? Or
I will say this. Talking Elite Fitness did a podcast with him. They did. I've only watched the first episode of 3. I'll probably watch the second one now, right after this. And he's good. And Tommy and Shawnee are pretty good too.
Did you finish the first? So there's multiple of them? Because I saw that it was 56 minutes. There's multiple parts.
I just watched the first part and I liked it. I did watch the first part and I liked it. So
I got like 20 minutes in and I just felt like, for me personally,
the first one I watched was only 10 minutes long.
Oh, there was like a 56-minute one that I started watching.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
And I think that it was good, especially in the fact that they were kind of just allowing everybody to get to know him more. The problem is I just don't give a fuck about any of that.
Right.
Like, I don't want to hear him say for the third time, well, I found CrossFit because I used to play sports and then I didn't. Then I had a bad back and I was afraid. But then I went in there and realized, oh, CrossFit doesn't injure people. It helped me with my back. It's like, oh.
Did he really say, does he really say all that?
That's paraphrased, but that's exactly
Yeah, that's
what
my
he said.
story too. That's crazy.
Yeah, which is like fine. But like, if I'm, every question doesn't need to start with, so what do you know about CrossFit? It's like now these new leaders have to prove that they even know and do it. I know and do a CrossFit. You're doing the squat thing where you're stretching out your back.
Yeah, you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, so say that again. You don't need to hear what?
Well, just for me personally, as an affiliate owner, I'm way more interested in the direction and the vision of the business. I'm way more interested in like what exactly he's hoping to bring long-term like value to the shareholders, what the intentions of the board are, what his short-term, objectives are, what he thinks the biggest issues in the company are right now. How is he going to continue to push the message? What's he going to do about the media problem? Like, I just want those questions answered. More so than like, so what was it like doing your Fran the first time? Oh, it sucked. Oh yeah, we all been there. It's like, it's just too much smoke and mirror for me, and I really want to get to the meat of it. But I understand most people would rather have the Fran story and how he got introduced to CrossFit than he would talking about the long-term vision of the company. So maybe it's just me, but
he's in an interesting spot. It'll be
yeah.
fun
And
to see.
I would like to.
How long do you think he lasts? You think he lasts 5 years?
No, I think he's a year and a half.
And you know what? That's no disrespect.
Zero disrespect to him.
And I think he knows that being a CEO. I think the average life of a CEO of a company this size is like and bigger is like 2 years. They do have a short life.
And I want to know at this point, I think we've just been dicked around so much with this like corporate yoga babble that I want to know his personal opinion. How do you act in these certain situations? How are you going to act if there's a political issue that needs to be addressed through the company? Like, how are you going to act if like something pops up from your past that was, the people are deeming racist or something? Like, how are you going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like they show him in blackface.
Like, yeah, I mean,
no, it's not you. They show him wearing a headdress.
But
one of my friends told me, like, if you're at Burning Man, it's supposed to be like a place of just freedom and love, that if you wear a headdress there, people will talk shit to you because it's cultural appropriation.
But
anyone can wear Armenian garb. I just want you to know, if you bring out the Armenian drum and start singing Armenian songs, I would fucking jerk you off. I swear to God, I'll dip to the other side of my first fucking bi experience with you. Okay, second. Okay, third. Like cultural appropriation is such fucking tardism. It's tardism talk. It's retard talk. Cultural appropriatism. Can you imagine if fucking I was wearing fatigues and Caleb were to walk up to me and be like, "Take that shit off. You weren't in the fucking army."
How dare you? How dare you?
He heard that. He came. That's what happened.
I know. I summoned him. I rubbed his bald head, and he appeared.
But
Caleb, I am here.
But just to wrap up the thing there about Don, I think we, everybody deserves a little bit of a chance to get in there and do some work first before we all just like pounce on him.
I love Don. I love Don that he has he's not afraid of Dave, and he's walking with Dave.
That's cool.
I think it's a good sign.
I think so too.
That's called stolen valor.
Depends.
Only if I put like
you have to like use.
I have to like put like with the stripes on there and say I'm like Sergeant Corporal Major Johnson the Third or something.
Yeah,
right?
and then get the 15% off discount at Applebee's. Then it's
yes.
God damn it! Don't you take my discount?
How dare you?
Okay. A ton of you guys chimed in on the stuff I posted about Maddie Rogers. Some of you said that she already had an autoimmune disease issue before, which is interesting. But across the board, the 10 out of 10 of you that DM me all said that yes, the vaccine, including 2 doctors who DM me, the vaccine is most likely what caused that, and that she was very hostile and discriminatory against anyone who didn't get the vaccine. And the irony now is that she got the vaccine, she's having this autoimmune response, and she's not even acknowledging it. So this is going back to originally what I said about Greg Glassman in the beginning. Like if you were... I get it. You were frustrated. You were swept away in the unconscious fucking wokeism shit. I get it. Okay.
Is there a caller on?
Oh, is there? Oh shit! Sorry, caller. Go ahead.
Wait,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Was that a new record?
He's just eavesdropping. No, we had someone 22 minutes the other day. I'm such an asshole. You guys are so good. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm so sorry.
I was just playing along with some of the stuff you were talking about and looking at the Canadian athletes this year.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at their rankings this year, so Emma Lawson's kind of an outlier because she was first in the team division, but she was sixth this year in the adult division. But Emily Rolfe went from 15th to 40th. Sydney Mikulichin dropped from 25th down to 31st. Patrick Vellner went from 2nd to 6th. Brent Fikowski went from 3rd to 16th. Alex Vigneault went from 8th to 25th. Alexander Caron went from 24th to 30th.
Wait,
the only two Canadians that rose was Caroline Prevost from 27th to 23rd.
She went from 54th to 53rd, and there's only 40 spots, but go on.
27th to 23rd.
I like my
and okay. Jeffrey Adler from 13th to 5th. But everyone else, there was a 71 placing decline among 6 athletes and then 12 incline amongst 2. And if you look at the teams, Montreal Pro 1 went from 5th to 9th, and CrossFit 1855 went from 21st to 31st.
Holy smokes.
You're such a fucking conspiracy theorist. Get a fucking life.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I figured you would like that and be willing to talk about it.
Just numbers. Just numbers.
Yeah, so
you know why? Because they didn't have any Icelandic people on the team. That's why.
Wait, it's not like any of them had medical. It's not like any of them had weird medical emergencies or anything.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah, that'd be too weird.
So here's the crazy thing too. If you were to use those statistics that I talked about earlier, also the difference between absolute and relative, and you were to and I use statins as the example, you could make a case that if you are Canadian, you can make a scientific case, and I use science in the woke sense, but something that offers some predictive value that if you're Canadian and you got the vaccine, that you have like a 6,000% greater chance of having a blood clot. I mean, there's evidence there that could be published in the Lancet like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking, that's amazing. God, I love you. Why did you do that? What's wrong with you?
I just wanted you to give Brian a hard time.
God, you're good. Hey, could you email that to me?
Sure.
The thing is Brian will love that. Let me tell you, Brian knows. Me and Brian sometimes talk off air. Not a lot, but we do.
He knows.
He knows. Brian it's none of my business to tell you, but I don't think Brian got the sticky. He knows.
I hope not.
It's Sevan Matosian at Gmail. I would love to see those numbers. That shit is fucking hilarious.
No, anybody else
just send it to him too.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna sign up for the newsletter, people. That shit's going in the newsletter. We're gonna put that in the newsletter.
Oh, that is a good one. All right.
Holy shit. Hey, it's got to be the water, the weather, the jab. You choose A, B. Oh, we'll make it a multiple choice question. Why do you think that the athletes did worse? Oh my goodness. And hey, how about this, brother? You ready for this?
Sure.
And Tia probably had her worst year ever. Her whole ticker ain't holding up. Her ticker.
Wait, how do you know she's vaccinated?
I mean, she's Australian. They got to be. You can't come to this country.
Hasn't she been like refugeeing out here the whole time?
No, remember she had to go back there and they sold out the stadium because she's so fucking hot and people wanted to see her whoop ass.
Yeah.
Hey, the person who vaccinated Tia should fucking be taken out in public and beaten.
No, we don't know that happened. We're just, she's got a lot of Instagram followers. Maybe she got exceptions.
Such an amazing human and do that to them? Take me, please. Vaccinate me, not Tia. I am the CEO. Take me, please.
Remember when all the nurses would do that weird photo on their Instagram after they got vaccinated?
Yes.
I thought that was something that they like had to do. I asked a few of them. I was like, "Are they incentivizing you guys to take photos, or is that just like a within your own nursing culture thing?" They're like, "No, it's just within the just what we're doing. I was like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Pfizer.
I want to show you guys. Oh, I don't know if am I allowed to use your name, caller?
Sure.
Oh, well, thank you for calling, Raymond.
Thank you for hanging in there.
Hey, it's no problem.
Okay, you'll email me that?
Yes, I will.
Yeah, thank you. I love you.
And I also have one other idea for you, a topic.
An ideal or an idea?
Idea.
Okay.
I remember watching a podcast before where you were talking to Hiller, and he was talking about your runtime on the podcast, and he said something about eventually everybody sells out at some point in time. But my ideal for you, because of the way that you have people donating money in and stuff here, it's not really selling out, it's buying in. And that's, I know it's a term we use in CrossFit. You can buy in to get to the heavyweight, or you buy in to get to the next stage. So you can technically have a market system here where if people like what you are saying, they can buy into that, whether that's for advertising or just supporting you or supporting their own brand. It's completely open. It's unbiased. You could have 10 coffee companies come in and support you, all because they're buying in. And whether you support them or roast them, it doesn't really matter either way. It's completely inclusive and everything that everybody wants to talk about nowadays. And it's a lot like what you do at the games, where you put it out there and you can talk to anybody and anybody can participate as long as they're willing to buy in.
What Raymond is saying is everyone who's listening now should go over to their YouTube, find the donation button, and please donate 99 cents. Thank you. That's a great idea. And I want to say that when Gabe from Paper Street, when Gabe from Paper Street Coffee said, hey, I want to pay you guys every month. And I said, hey, I already drink Good Dude's coffee. He goes, I don't care. I want to pay the show. I want to support the show. And I was like, oh, this is weird. And then I go, okay, fine, send me your coffee. And then I ended up drinking his coffee and ended up working out good anyway. But recently, two brands, one brand reached out to us and one brand, we reached out to them. And they both said, hey, we want to be involved because we support nice. I like that, Caleb. We want to support you guys because we like the message. We like the honesty in the message. And that is the ideal sponsor, right? Someone who just like, even if we fuck up, like they support just the fact that we want it's kind of like how I feel about abortion. Like, I'm so against abortion, but I totally support fucking autonomy over your body. And it's like they support just the fact that we're out here just doing our best to speak freely, just to speak honestly. And yeah, those are the ideal people to, what'd you call it? Buy in?
Yes.
Yeah, buy in. But look, I asked for $1. I asked for $1 from everyone. I couldn't even get one of these people to buy in. No one could even give me 99 cents.
It's on delay. Maybe it'll come in. It's on delay.
Anybody, though, with a CrossFit affiliate can just advertise their affiliate, or bump it up, or any coach and stuff trying to get out there and stuff like that. You can just, however you want to do it and such. But it allows everybody to participate instead of needing, $1 billion to be on a Super Bowl commercial or something like that. You have a podcast that a lot of people listen to. And now everybody, it really is truly an open market for anybody to participate at, anywhere from the 99 cents you just mentioned to a much larger. It just depends on how much they want to buy in.
Or you can call in, like what you contributed is worth more than 99 cents. I mean, you just contributed something crazy. Those stats, those game stats, that was crazy. That'll be a reel. Someone will definitely clip that, and that will be a reel. That was crazy.
I just, like to start conversation and get you guys going a little bit.
I'm going to give you a $3 credit for that. That's a $3. You have a $3 buying credit.
Thanks for the $3, Raymond.
Thank you.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Eric and Sarah.
$2 so we could go another day.
Yeah. Eric, I'm sorry for what I said about trannies. I love you. You're my favorite tranny. Thank you.
Yeah, and now you can tell Hiller that you'll never sell out. He just has to buy in.
Yes, thank you.
There you
Peace
go.
and love, Raymond. Email me, please.
Okay, will do.
Good stuff. Thanks, Raymond.
Hal, hi.
Hi, how's it going?
I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty happy. My back's tweaked. I slept this bed at this fucking Wonder Mansion is fucking a disaster.
Oh, that's no good.
I know.
That is no good.
I always forget about how fucked up the beds are. I even switched beds last night.
Is it too soft?
Yeah, it's like an old person bed. I don't know.
Well,
It's like a memory foam bed. It's probably it's like one of those beds that weighs like 8,000 pounds. You know, you're like,
You should
wow.
see my bed.
Is it a cot?
Shit! Look at the guy who's serving in the military. Just fucking slapped me around. Fuck you. Fuck you, you spoiled bitch. Going to the yacht clubs, living on Newport Beach. Oh my God! Hurry up, say something, Hal. Change the subject.
Subtle
please.
smackdown there. So
Hey.
well played. So well played.
Hey, we're old people now. We're 50, so you know, aches and pains come with the territory, I guess.
Yes.
So, yeah, you guys are putting out great content. I love it. I wish I could hear live more often rather than watch the replays. But the guy, did I see an article this week? I couldn't get into it because they were wanting me to pay for it, and I wasn't going to do that. But did a Masters athlete have a stroke on the first day of the games this year?
That is, I don't know which day it was, but 2 Canadian athletes, both vaccinated, both had clotting issues at the games. We are 16, we're 16 years into the CrossFit Games. We've never had an athlete clot.
Right. And I knew
But
about
don't worry,
the
there's nothing to see here. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Right.
Take your tinfoil hat off. That's really weird. And I had 2 doctors on that I interviewed, Hal, and both of them said, dude, complete fucking nuts that you would have arterial clots, like nuts. And I spoke to some people on the scene there, and they're like, dude, something is wrong. This is not right.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. So the you can see in one of the Instagram posts, I don't remember if it was by Emily Roth or someone talking about that, when she's on the bike, you can see her, I think it was her left arm, the discoloration in that picture.
Serious?
While she's riding. Yeah, I noticed that.
Look at Caleb's like, fuck, if you guys would have bought me a nice computer, I could have fucking found that probably by now.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Wow. Holy shit. Layla Steele, you're a good lady. You're a good lady. Thank you. I used to get $5 allowance from my mom. I bawled. You know, I know I was spoiled. My mom would give me $5 a week, and then still I would just be like, Mom, I'm going to the arcade. And she'd just pull out a 20. I'd be like a 10-year-old kid. This is in 1982, and I'd ride my bike to the fucking Regency Game Palace, the arcade in Pleasant Hill, California. And I was generous as fuck then, too. I'd put the $20 and get I'd usually put in actually like $15 in quarters, and I'd give them out to all my friends. And then I'd also save the last $5 to buy hot dogs for everyone. Harry J. It's a little crass. Harry J. It should be Harry D. Happy Saturday. Great work as always. Thank you, Harry. Love you, dude. That's a lot of money. Where is the shot, Hal, where you can see your arm is discolored?
I think that was it, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember which one. Can you see her hand looks dusky there? Like, look at her right arm compared to her left.
So the left arm is the one that's clotting? The left arm is
on the bike, right?
Yeah, is the left arm the one that clotted?
I think so. I mean, look at the color.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. I want to tell you a fucking crazy story. So one of my twins was born not breathing. And when he was the second one that came out, he was fucking gray. It was interesting that you used dusty, like so gray. And his arms were hanging so far back that when they were holding him like this, that his hands were touching behind him. It was fucking scary. And, I started crying, and my wife's like, what? And I'm holding the first baby, and my wife's like, what's wrong? I'm like, and the midwives are like, and I'm like, nothing. I'm just excited. I'm just happy. But really, I'm like, oh my God, I just witnessed my baby being born dead. I was fucking devastated. And then within seconds, they put like this mask with like a turkey baster on the other side, and they started squeezing it. The kid, and they jump started the baby. The baby started crying. Yep. Put the baby on the tit. And it seemed like a month to me, but in the journal it says it was like 91 seconds from when the baby was born to when it was alive and breastfeeding. But fuck, it was. And you're right. When you said the word dusty, her hand, that is something is wrong. You're right. That's Jeremy Williams, $10 for the Badusi. How did you spot that? How did you see that?
You know, I did hear one of your doctors talking about it on a replay, and I heard him mention that, and then later I just saw it on the Instagram feed. You know, and I just noticed hand to hand. I mean, you know, I'm a therapist, so I kind of look for those things anyway, especially if, you know,
What kind
just
of
kind of
therapist?
notices. I'm an occupational therapist.
So like when I got fired from my job, I should have called you and you would have helped me through it?
Well, not really. I mean, more physical, but occupational therapy, more upper extremity stuff. Physical therapy, more lower extremity and back. So that's kind of
I was psychologically wounded. You just do physical wounds.
Right. I mean, I could talk you through it maybe and let you vent.
You're a good dude.
So. Thanks, I appreciate that.
I just had an out of body experience for like 2 minutes. It was weird, and then I kind of came back in my body. I was at the skate park when Andrew Weisenschnitzel let me go, and he was actually very nice. It's the only nice thing I can say about him. He was very, very kind. Did you ever hear that story, Hal? Did I ever tell you that story?
I've heard you talk about it before.
He's like, well, I'm gonna tell you again anyway. I didn't really tell your answer. He said, he goes, your services are no longer required. I said, okay, cool. What am I gonna do now instead? He's like, no,
right.
No. I was like, just like in shock, like I refused. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like you told your wife. It was so weird. I wish.
You're like, okay, now what?
Yeah. No. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, what am I gonna? What's my?
All right, so I'm not gonna pump gas. What am I doing now? He's like, no. No. I was like, oh
wow.
Shit, this can't be good. This can't be right. I thought I could talk my way out of it.
It's like you got to tell somebody that somebody died. You don't say like, oh, they passed away. He's like, no, your family member died.
I broke up with
just mince words.
Yeah. Right. What do you mean died?
Morbid example,
I broke up
true.
with this girl one time, and I was a homeless guy, and she was this super hot fucking blonde chick, college girl, and we'd been going out for like 2 years. And this other girl who I'm now married to said, "Hey, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I want to get with you." So I walked right up to my fucking smoking hot fucking college girlfriend, and I said, "Hey." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "It's over." And she looked at me. She goes, "You're breaking up with me?" Like the whole time, like I was just this fucking piece of shit charity case, and like it just slipped out of her mouth. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, "Wow, holy shit!"
Wow. Hey, you know, you talked about back in the day in the video game, and about probably 45 minutes or so when you were talking about the computers, the sex, you know, watching porn and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
My wife and I were talking about this last night. When we were kids, by we, I mean you and I, you know, Susan and those other guys, they still are kids. But
I agree.
If we were interested in something, we had to physically make an effort to get there.
Yeah, I had to go to the library, find a Playboy, ask someone like an idiot where Playboy was, go in there, tear out a piece of paper, and it was like and it would fuck it up because I'd rip her in half, and like I wouldn't have got the nipples.
Right.
And I'd go home and I'd have a naked chick, but none of her naked parts. I'd be like, well, fuck, I guess this is my girlfriend for the next 6 months.
No wonder all those magazines didn't have centerfolds.
Yeah, it was fucked up. You're right. You're so right.
Right. But like now you get your phone out, you've got more information than any library we had access to, and you move your finger. And when you stay on something or when you click on something,
she shows up at your house 15 minutes later when you click on it.
Right. Or tomorrow a different girl shows up at your house.
Right.
And you didn't even summon it because it's just, you know what I mean? Whatever you show a slight interest in, it just feeds your brain more and more of that.
Hal, do you remember looking up naughty words in the dictionary as a kid?
No, I don't think I did that.
Oh.
I was probably the kid that was using those words around others. So somehow I knew them before everyone else did.
I just wanted to I did that too. In the second grade, we'd all go into the bathroom and like we'd get in a circle and everyone would say a bad word like fuck or ass or bitch and But I remember looking up dirty words in the dictionary, and now I can't even imagine if I was like 12 years old and I had a cell phone, I'd be like, dog fucks person.
Oh my
God.
God.
I would just say anything. I would say anything.
And it would pop up.
That's why my kids can't have a cell phone. That's like,
shit.
Because I would just do that, not even thinking of the consequences. Like, were you here one time on the show? I put in giant dick and I Googled it in real time, and it was like a dude sucking his own dick, and we almost got kicked off of YouTube for it. And it's like, yeah, I'm 50. I don't know I don't know if you put big dick guy, that like the first image that pops up on Google is a guy with this. It was a guy. You want to know what it was? It was a guy with his own penis in his mouth with another man drilling him anally. That's the picture that popped up just on one search. And it was like, holy fuck.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. And my sons cannot see that. I'd like too early. I don't want that going in too early.
I can't see that.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't want to see that.
Yeah. A little taken aback.
Right. My father-in-law one time mentioned when my 22-year-old was quite a bit younger, the Pokemon cards. I don't even know if those still popular or not, but so he looked up Pokemon on the internet. He said, "Don't do that."
Wow. Yeah, I see it. It's a Jamaican sex. Pokemon.
Pokemon, man.
Pokemon. It's the Pokemon. Everyone knows the Pokemon. Shit.
You guys are doing great work. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bet.
Manifest something great in your life, buddy. I love you. Number 330. It doesn't have a number by it. It just says Sherman and wife. This is Fox News did a piece on Sherman Merrick. It's so funny the people that are offended by this guy because he did something great. But this is man, Sherman's wife is beautiful. This is here. They're on the news. The local news is celebrating, or maybe it's national news. Fox Business Live, yeah, it's national.
Yeah, Fox Business is national. Yep.
Yeah, celebrating the fact that they paid off their student loans, $190,000 in 27 months. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Yeah, and look at this is what I want you to see. They try to lead Sherman, and I don't mean this as a dig at Fox at all. They try to lead Sherman and his wife, I wish I knew her name, down a negative path. To say something negative about Biden or to say something negative about the fact that people are going to have their student loans paid off, and they won't do it. They're like, yeah, we don't necessarily agree with it, but for those people who it helps them, blah, 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 we're happy for them. But, we need to check this out. And then, oh, shit, I accidentally maybe hung up on my tape. Shit. Okay, go ahead. Let's play it. Oh, sorry. That's just an ad. Sorry. It's nice to see that just because they want the piece to be negative, like just because they paid it off and they're not happy that other people are going to have their loans paid off, they didn't use that as an opportunity. Here we go.
What do you think? Do you think the student loan handout is fair to people like yourself?
Individually, I am happy if people get their student loans paid off, $10,000 at a time. Then I'm happy for them individually, but we all know that nothing's free and that there's going to be repercussions. It doesn't change what we decided that we wanted to do for our family and our lives. So we felt that conviction strongly, just a calling for us from God to go ahead and start chipping away at it. So it doesn't change what we decided to do, but it does make us a little angry because I know in the long run, it's the taxpayers that are going to have to pay for it. So, I mean, we're going to be
not alone in those feelings.
Look at they smile.
Sherman,
they smile. They're happy people.
How
they
did
smile.
you pay off your debt so quickly? Did you have to make a lot of sacrifices?
Oh yeah, we had to make a ton of sacrifices. We actually started a second business as well, so more work. So I mean, that's the thing. I tell everyone we were extremely blessed starting a second business and then it taking off and all of that.
Gratitude.
But those were a lot of long days. I mean, 14, 15-hour days to make sure that it happened. So, yeah, we made a ton of sacrifices to pay it off so quickly.
Sherman, does it make you a little angry too? Because there are a lot of people who did what you did and managed to work 2-3 jobs and pay off their tuition, and now all of a sudden, people who didn't
Trying
are
to get
getting
him
a
to say
free
something
ride. What do you
negative.
think?
He won't. He won't.
Yeah, I think sort of like my wife said, like it's okay for some folks, I get it, but in the long term, I don't like it because I know it's going to cause me and my children, I'm making these sacrifices so they can have a better life, and they're going to be paying for things that just they shouldn't have to pay for. So it's not fair, quote unquote fair, but we all know life isn't fair. So I think we need to come up with something so that generations aren't strapped up with all these extra billions of dollars.
Exactly. Well, Christina and Sherman, thank you so much for
Bam.
joining us. Congrats.
And I want to say something. The only thing that Sherman said that I would say that's not true. Ready? He says he made sacrifice, but I think I know Sherman well enough that actually he got pleasure in paying off his loan. So whatever he sacrificed, it made up for it. Like, I have an echo. Do you guys hear that?
No.
And anytime it's like if you don't buy a cup of coffee and you sacrifice not having coffee today, but you put that $5 in your piggy bank. Sherman's the kind of guy who gets so much pleasure from putting that $5 in the piggy bank that it really wasn't a sacrifice. Yeah, it's good people. Nothing's fair. They know. That's just honest talk. That's just honest talk. Not like, fuck those people. They took out the loan and they should have to pay it back. I mean, that's a fair response too.
Yep.
Just those are upbeat, positive people who really stay in their own lane, minding their own fucking business and just worried about what they have to do.
Yeah, I mean, they paid off almost $200,000 in debt. And so I think that anytime you see somebody like that, we should be celebrating those people. And they took the responsibility of taking on the loan. They took the responsibility of paying the loan back. And
see that Patrick Ass Hatton from the Morning Chalk Up and South Morning Post, South Morning China Post. That you used a picture of a guy to hate on Greg Glassman, who believes in personal accountability and responsibility, unlike you. You used him. You used Mr. Sherman because you don't give a fuck about other people. 328, monkeypox and the dog. Monkeypox and the dog. Good to have you on, Caleb.
Happy to be here.
What's your schedule like today, Susan? Do you got to go?
Yeah, I got to go to the gym in the morning, and then.
Did you already go, or are you going soon?
No, I'm going soon.
Okay, here we go. Gay couple infects dog. Stand by.
Between two men and their greyhound in Paris.
They have the duty as pet owners to protect their dog. Y'all up in the bed spreading monkeypox. Y'all let the dog jump in the bed with you? Sex between men, not skin contact, is fueling monkeypox, new research suggests. For the longest, they was trying to say anybody can get monkeypox. It's just skin-to-skin contact. It's not an STD. Both anal as well as oral intercourse. Sucked off. They mean sucked off. It's likely the main driver of global monkeypox transmission. The skin contact that comes with sex is probably much less of a risk factor. These are the experts. They knew this all along. They just tried to protect the gay community. But y'all end up harming gay people. So it turns out two gay men.
Woke. Do you see that? Woke again.
The World Health Organization.
You could have, you knew right away when 98% of the people had it were gay, that it was something having to do with some sort of activity that gay men participated in. It's the same exact thing with COVID. You knew that when the 94% of the people died had 4 or more comorbidities and 6% there was no data on, you knew that it had nothing to do with COVID. It's unbelievable. It's unfucking believable the people we live with. I've tried to have the Hodge twins on. I can't get in touch with them. Now that I don't have my blue check mark, I'm just out. I'm out in the ocean without a paddle. No one wants to come on the show anymore. I'm nobody without the blue check mark. I'm nobody. It's interesting that they had a greyhound.
Why is that interesting?
It's like when they called the coronavirus or the Wuhan virus, and they're like, "Oh, that's offensive. We can't do that."
Right.
Oh, the monkeypox is associated with gay sex. Well, that's offensive. We can't use that. We want it to be named something else.
I'm in big trouble with Justin Medeiros. I am in big trouble.
Why?
I'm texting with him now. He's coming on the show to whoop my ass a little bit, I think. Slap me around a little bit.
Right now?
No, I don't think so. I could send him a link right now.
Oh, no. I just thought you meant right now.
Oh. You guys, so did you see that link I sent you yesterday about the UTMB event in I think it's in France. I don't even know what UTMB stands for, but it's some sort of. Oh, that's in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, that event?
Oh no, it was Coeur de Blanc or something like that. Anyway.
It was the Mont Blanc, or it's some sort of. So we're talking about covering this CrossFit event that's coming up, the Zello Games. We were talking with Jared about using iPhones to cover it, and someone already sent us a link of some fucking run, some like multi-day, 2-week or 100-hour or whatever run in France. It's France. Okay, thank you. And where they used iPhones to cover it. Part of me was bummed out. I wanted to be the first, but part of me stoked. We got to get in touch with these guys and see what they did. People can still get the monkeypox that aren't gay guys. Well, of course. It's skin contact. Once the boils start, likely the dog licked it, then licked its asshole.
Okay.
Craig, I think you're
the sequence.
I don't think you're. It's if 98% of the people. I don't know. You just stop. Craig, I wish I wouldn't have read that. So I'm putting you in timeout for. No, I'm not putting you in timeout. I love you. One time I punched Craig in the comment section. He got wily for a month. I don't want that. First place male finished in 19 hours, 105 miles. Wow. And did you watch that fitness too? Did you? Craig's on it. He licks the dog's asshole, or he's on the or what's he on? Oh shit. Now Craig's gonna go nuts in the comments. They did have someone die early in the week. He fell. Wow. On a side note.
Shit. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm always in timeout. Well, gay people aren't the only ones that have anal. So yeah.
Okay, true.
Why would you want to put your penis in someone's butt? I so don't understand.
I love how perplexed you get by.
I have like no interest, zero. Like even if my wife's vagina was completely sealed off, I'd find something else to do. I would not be like, oh well, use that other hole that the poop comes out of. Hey, I've never pissed in the kitchen sink. I'm never like, I have to pee so bad I'm going to pee in the kitchen sink because the bathroom's full, because I can't make it to the bathroom. I don't. All holes have their like use. I've never waffle stomped a shit down the drain or whatever that person said the other day. I don't do any of that stuff. Each hole has its use. Like
waffles. Oh my goodness.
It's just bizarre. It's bizarre to me. It really is weird. I really, 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 really don't get it. There's a lot, but like my friend Travis Bajent told me one time, if anything a man does sexually surprises you, then you don't understand men at their most rudimentary level, and I kind of agree with that too. So, all right. Monkeypox. All right, so monkeypox. Just those of you who like the pooper, kind of just should chill. No more dumper for you.
Just put your mask on.
327 school. Yeah, no, I guess I have never been drunk enough. I guess. Okay, Kyle, you want to fucking brawl? The guy who took a dump in his van is telling us he hasn't peed in the sink. Listen,
that was an emergency situation.
Listen, it was a toilet in my van. I didn't just like take a shit in like in the passenger seat.
They were unprecedented times.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so this George Carlin thing is appropriate because you have to understand. The reason why I brought this up is because the other day I did say I was basically I was doing exactly what I didn't like people doing. I was kind of making fun of that Maddie Rogers girl because she has a BS in the health sciences, and it's in her bio. And basically, if you went to college, you were part of a large majority of you, except for those of you who did some of the real sciences, you were just being brainwashed. It's an ideological brainwashing. That's why we hear so many people who went to 4-year school for kinesiology say they learned more at the CrossFit L1 in 2 days. I mean, over and over. You can find 1,000 people who will say that. But when I said that about Maddie, I didn't explain why. I just said just like I'm not explaining now. But you see why, because in those earlier today, I showed you that Richard Smith, 13 years editor of the British Medical Journal, was saying that he thinks that there's more fraudulent shit in journals than there is real shit. And then I showed you how the absolute versus relative statistics works with statins. But here's George Carlin's take on it. This is probably 20 years old, and even he knew. But what's crazy is that can you imagine being brainwashed, but then your default position, instead of being open to the fact that you were brainwashed, is that you're smart. Like that girl Maddie writes that she has a BS or a master's or whatever in health sciences. She writes it in there showing off, thinking she's smart. But really, for those of us who are smart, it's like, holy shit, that bitch been brainwashed. But she's parading around like she's smart. It's weird. It's like, it reminds me of people who have anal. Okay, go on. George Carlin. Important question. So which are the real sciences? In the raw sense, it's whatever gives you the greatest predictive value. Whatever gives you the greatest predictive value. So after 30 years or 40 years or 50 years of applying psychiatric drugs, we're now realizing that psychology has been way off base. Not even close to being right. It's whatever gives you the greatest predictive value. The science that was put into COVID, not science. Why? Because it gave us the goal. Unless your goal was to hurt society. And if your goal was to hurt society, hurt humanity, set us all back, get us to hate each other, kill lots of people, then COVID was it was perfect science, near perfect science. But if it was to help people, it was not science. It's whatever gives you the greatest predictive value. So there are some sciences that have been bedrocks and have been really. So no science is true. You have to first understand that no science is true. It's just what is the most valuable belief to have. And all real scientists know this, because always what they're doing is, once you have a hypothesis, you're trying to disprove it. That's why Einstein came up with the theory of relativity, and he disproved Newton's theory on gravity. It's whatever gives you the greatest predictive value pushing forward. And it doesn't even matter what the science is. If astrology worked and it gave you the greatest predictive value of predicting the weather, so climatology is almost complete horseshit. There's no science in there. They can't predict shit. The weather predictions are just atrocious. There's not even a true understanding of how weather patterns come into existence. I mean, there's theories, but they're rough, man. They're rough. I chased tornadoes, and I took sat in a lot of climatology classes in Texas. What was the name of that university?
Texas Tech?
No, it's the one in Lubbock. What's in Lubbock? What university's in Lubbock, Texas? Anyway, so there are some that are like the bedrock, right? Like there's biology, physics, chemistry. There's some, but even we even know physics gets weird. You get into quantum physics, that means small, and all the rules of physics go out the fucking door.
Texas Tech University.
That's what. Oh yeah. It was Texas Tech. Thank you.
That's what I said.
Thank you. Of course you did. That's because you sleep in a good bed.
Yeah. So good. I have to put a 4-inch mattress pad on top of it.
Here we go. This might be good. This looks good. Oh, ouch. 4. Chemistry, physics, chemistry, biology, why the variables, the relevant causal factors in the discipline can be controlled to a great degree. Thank you. And even he knows, you can see to a great degree. But the goal isn't to prove what's true. It's just to get predictive value. Fitness 2. Oh, this is going to be good too. The guy that placed first at UTMB also had COVID and still finished in 19 hours. That's dope. What does UTMB stand for?
I don't know,
How was the coverage? Was it good?
Looked cool. They were able to go from like spot to spot pretty quickly. And
I wonder, how did they do that? It looks like it's in the middle of fucking nowhere. What did they use for Wi-Fi signal? They just hotspotted.
I know
they're for sure using a drone.
Out here we have like you can just have like you can buy like a.
Where's out here, Caleb? Caleb, where's out here? What are you talking about?
Not in America.
Right. Oh, okay. Good answer. Wow. Science. See, Caleb's doing science right now.
They have like
geography.
Yeah.
Good ones. You have your own. Do you guys have your own?
Yeah,
you guys have your own satellites?
Starlink.
I don't know about that. No, definitely no Starlink.
It's still going on. Second place, woman about to finish. Sexist. Okay, guys. Great show today. Hour and 46 minutes in. Caleb, thanks for coming on. Matt Souza, thanks for coming on. Did we do the school? We did do the school? Oh yeah, George Carlin. Yeah, school. Okay.
Yep.
I'm not opposed to you going to school either. I'm not opposed to college. Don't jump to that conclusion.
It depends on what you're going to school for.
I'm not opposed. I really enjoyed going to UC Santa Barbara. It was huge for my life.
Yeah, just don't take out $100,000 loan to do it.
That's for true. Okay, guys. We will see you. Do we have a show scheduled tomorrow?
Yep.
Is it Justin Medeiros?
No. It's the not top 10 of the CrossFit Games.
Oh shit. Okay, that's at 7 a.m. That's with J.R. Howell and Taylor the Thumb Self. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, and this is these are Taylor's moments. He really wanted to be clear that we're not shitting on CrossFit, so I'm going to try to make sure we shit on CrossFit as much to make him uncomfortable. So, all right, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, Souza.
Adios.
Caleb, do you want to say bye? All right, there you go.
Bye.